Hello, my name is Tony Porter. I'm your independent candidate for the local elections in the Pemberton ward. To be honest with you, I've not been to Haigh Hall for quite a considerable length of time. Well, my daughter being nearly 30 now, it's been a while since I brought kids up here. And there's a lot more going on than what there was, which is impressive. However, there's a lot of controversy about the main building. I don't know the full facts because I wasn't on the council at the time, but something along the lines of a company bought it off the council to redevelop it. Money was paid to help them redevelop it. Nothing ever really happened with the redevelopment, and then court action ensued, and we are currently where we are now. There was a question asked at the last committee meeting, and I will talk you through that right now. I attended the council meeting on the 13th of April at 6 p.m. Just to see what's going on, and there were three motions brought forward. Councillor Watson, seconded by Councillor Gerard, Clean Air Zone, and then Councillor Winstanley, seconded by Councillor Marsh, and that was the members of public to ask questions. And this one, which is the one we're looking at today, which is Councillor Brealey, was submitted on the 30th of March, 10:34, and Gerard seconded it on the 30th of March at 11:02. This council recommends that a full independent investigation undertaken into the contract awarded to the council to Contessa to run Haigh Hall. Investigation should cover the full amounts this exercise has cost the taxpayer of Wigan. The report will also make recommendations as to how the council taxpayer can be protected from such commercial agreements in the future. Once all the legal action sorted and the inquiry has been done, then hopefully there's a good future for Haigh Hall, because it is one of the iconic buildings of Wigan and can be seen from very much any part of Wigan, as long as there's not a building in front of you. So Councillor Brealey asked the question and gave his opinion. He'd been there, chandeliers and, wasting money and usual. And then a few other people had a few bits to say. And then a lady stood up from the Labour bench, and she was a lady who gave out the budget. She was very shouty at the budget. It almost felt like she thought she was at the dispatch box in the House of Commons, which she wasn't. But she was much calmer on this time. And she says there will be an inquiry about what went on, but we can't do anything until after the police action and all that is finished. So there is going to be an inquiry. So Councillor Brealey said, yeah, okay then, fair enough, but we still need to do this vote. Now bear in mind, this is a Labour-controlled council, and Councillor Brealey is not Labour. So they did the vote. Should there be an independent inquiry or an inquiry as to what went wrong in the Haigh Hall? And all the Conservatives, all the independents voted yes, there should be. And even though the Labour lady had said there was going to be, not a single person from the Labour Party voted for it to happen. I mean, talk about sheep. This is why we need change. This is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this, was that one exchange. It's ridiculous. This is the contempt. They're already doing something, but they still won't vote on it because someone who isn't Labour has said something. And here's another interesting fact as well. Councillor Watson is not Labour. Councillor Winstanley is not Labour. And Councillor Brealey is not Labour. But these were the only motions put forward. There was not a single Labour motion put forward. The Labour councillors that you vote for, all they do is stick their hand up when they're told to, don't stick their hand up when they're told to, and don't question anything. This is not democracy. This is where we need change. So let's make that change. Vote Tony Porter, Pemberton, independent candidate, 5th of May.